Yay Media Group.
Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
This is your weekly dose of BS.
I am so sad about the news that hit last night.
Oh, Nicole.
Yes.
And I was
Keith
shocked.
Urban?
I liked them together.
Oh,
They were together for like 19 years.
a long time.
A long, long time. I was thinking, though, it's got to be really hard to be both so famous and so busy. Like, he's such a big musician. He's one of my favorite country music artists. I love his music. Like, he's super talented. And she's one of the most famous, most talented actresses.
Well, she has a lot going on. I'm sure they spend a lot of time apart.
Yeah.
Because of that. But
Yeah, but
that just made
I
me
was
sad.
really rooting for them. I liked them together a lot. Like
know.
they always seemed really sweet. But I guess you kind of again proves that we just see the outside, right?
right.
We don't see what's going on inside. But I was sad. I really liked them. They were one of my favorite couples.
That one hurt.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I don't know what happened. I saw this, this lady on a podcast, and she was saying that from what the PR sides were, like, of both of them were saying that, like, it was more his decision is what she felt. I don't know. And then, like, Nicole was heartbroken. So I don't know. But Keith, if you were cheating on our girl, Nicole, then we don't like you. I'm not listening to your music if that comes out. Yeah.
Has he had anything new out in a while?
No, I just think, no, but I don't think so. But I love, like, his, like,
His
like,
old stuff?
Yeah, it's so good. Like, he's one of my favorite. I love Rascal Flatts, too. I like their old stuff, I guess. Yeah. Like,
Rascal Flatts.
I love them. They're so
I mean, I do
great.
too. But that was
yeah,
random.
I feel like that's he was kind of back in that day with the, like him and Rascal Flatts for me, like around the same time. Like they were great. They had like the height of their careers were A+.
Like 2005.
Yeah. Like, which is also just a great year for me. I really like 2005.
Rascal Flatts are funny because they retired like right at the start of COVID, and then at the end of the COVID, they were like, "Just kidding."
As they should.
They did a reunion.
They're too talented.
Kind of cracked me up. I did see today, so this is coming out on Thursday, but on Friday, Diddy has his sentencing, and prosecutors they acquitted him on sex trafficking and racketeering charges, but he is being charged with something related to prostitution, and the prosecutor is asking for 11 years and a $500,000 fine. If he walks away and just gets time served, I will be shocked. Like, and I get you can't throw someone in jail just because they're a shitty person, but
We should. There comes a point where
Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan of, just from what I've gathered and what I've seen of him, I don't think he's a great person. I hope he gets something. More than $500,000. He's too wealthy.
Yeah.
He needs more than that. But also, can you imagine being him? Now he is, like, everybody knows who he is. So, I mean, if I were him, I'd be a hermit at my house, like, mortified about the person that I am and that everyone knows.
yeah, I don't think he would be. I think he's too much of a narcissist.
Yeah. That makes sense. That's interesting that he hasn't been sentenced yet. Huh.
Yeah. Well, it's
I
coming.
don't know. I'm all about 11 years. 11's a good number. That's Travis's favorite numbers, like ones. Whenever his mom died, he got in the car, and there was 111,000.
It's an angel number.
100, and so that's okay. So we just realized that this year.
That's why, like, when you see like 1111,
Yeah.
it's like supposed to make a wish.
Yeah. So when Travis's mom died, he got in the car, and he said that there was 111,000 miles on her car. 111. So all ones. 111,111 miles when he got right after he left the hospital from her dying. That was on his car, and he sees 11s all the. He has other things with 11s. Super weird. This past year, I told him I've been seeing 11s everywhere too. Like, it's super weird. Like, I'll look and I'm like, oh, 11s, and I always say, "Good morning, Bonnie." Whenever that, or like, like I always kind of talk to her now, to the point where I was thinking I may, try to talk to her or something, like in the spirit world. Like, I feel like she's trying to say something to me. I feel like I need to reach out and be like, "Girl, are we okay?
You good?"
Yeah, because I do think it's weird. even YouTube, I'll have this thing pop up occasionally and I'll show Travis. And it's been just like, I would say the past like 6-7 months. And it'll pop up on YouTube out of nowhere. And it'll say 11:11, God has a message from you. Or God has a message for you. This has happened 3 times. And then I'll click on the YouTube and I'll watch it. Because I'm like, what is this message that you have for me, Bonnie? Because I feel like her and God are trying to talk to me. And it's always really uplifting. So I don't know. I told Travis, I was like, I feel like your mom really likes me in the afterlife. Like, I think she's like, wait, she's a good girl.
Well, that's good.
Our producer is born on January 11th. So I'm
1/11.
telling you, it's good.
Something about it.
Yeah, something about it.
You know what else has me really excited is this Hillary Duff comeback. Have you seen this?
No, but that's more I'm going to be honest, Trey.
Yes.
You're younger than me. That's more your time than mine because Hillary Duff wasn't like, I like the girl, but I think that was more like she was your Disney.
She was my Disney princess. She was the only girl I've ever had like a poster of was Hillary Duff, which, yeah, there should have been signs. Like, loved Lizzie McGuire movie, loved her music, like that. Some of my passwords are still like Hillary from when I was a child. But she's doing this whole like comeback documentary on she's getting back in the music world, and I think Hillary Duff will single-handedly save pop music.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, she will. But she's showing up at like fashion shows. You know who else showed up at fashion shows? Did you see this on TikTok? This got me so giddy. I'm sure they were filming the movie during this.
What?
But I'm trying to think of their real names. Meryl Streep and Stanley Tucci.
I know Meryl Streep, but who's Stanley Tucci?
So, Miranda Priestley.
Oh,
and
Devil Wears Prada, the guy who was like...
They came and sat down at the last minute at the Dolce & Gabbana fashion show. But she was wearing stuff that she's been seen wearing in the movie. So it looks like they're filming the Devil Wears Prada 2 at the Dolce & Gabbana fashion show.
I love that show. We should go to the theater and watch that.
I will... if you have children, keep it home. I will elbow them out of the way to get my seat at that theater. Good. It's going to be so good. I'm surprised they're still filming it, but I'm very excited.
Okay, that was like the one show that I was like, every outfit
was
10 out of 10. Like I'm like, whoever was the costume designer, like I want them to be my personal. After I hit it big with crypto in 5 million years,
and designers are preparing because like Fendi is bringing back the spy bag.
Really?
Louis Vuitton is bringing back the Speedy in a big way. All these things that were like big the first movie, all these designers are bringing back.
I will say Louis Vuitton and the Speedy right now, like I was never a fan of the I was like never never really a huge fan of the Speedy bag. But I bought 2 this year. Like I love the P9s. I think that they're so nice. And before I would never, like I'm such a Capucine girl. I was never like a Speedy girl.
I'm excited for this like large shoulder bag revival.
I am too.
Because we've had these little things for so long that nothing fits in.
I still love a little bag for going out though. I still love like if I'm going to, I don't even know what I'd put in a big bag because I really don't keep a lot. I keep my wallet, my phone. And maybe a lip gloss. So my big bag would be so sad. Like, what in the world do you put? I mean, I think when I was a young mom, I would keep all my kids' snacks and all their, like I would carry around iPads and stuff. But as somebody who has teenage boys.
You used to carry around like a small suitcase.
No, I did. But I also had like little kids. So I would keep like their world, right? Like they would always need shit. So, I mean, I'm like, well, they may poop with their pants. So I always had clothes. I always had like devices But now, I really don't. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do, figure out what I need to bring in my big girl bag. I like the rise of the big bags.
I agree.
I want one big bag purchase. And I think I know which one I want. But I want like a chocolate brown, like maybe like suede big bag. And that's the only bag I really want.
A chocolate brown suede big bag.
Yep, I'm gonna find it. I think maybe the Row has one.
Okay, that's where my head went.
Yeah, that I would like to get. But I need to have Mr. Hollman get me something for Christmas, and he always asks me, and I'm always like, because honestly, like I can buy stuff for myself now. Like I don't know, but like I told him for our last thing, he said, "What do you want?" And I gave him like 3 options. I wanted this like little denim Fendi bag, and I was like, "This will be my summer bag." And when I say I've worn the crap out of this little denim bag, like it's my favorite bag right now to like for every day because it's very like easy. But yeah, I don't dislike the rise of the big bag.
I know, I'm here for it.
I love it.
I love it.
Also, like the stuff that's in style right now, I'm kind of all about. Okay, for all of my girls that were born like in the 80s, our heyday was like early 2000s.
Oh, let me tell you. When Jordan and I went to New York and it was Fashion Week, the same time we were there, everyone looked like they stepped out of like an early 2000s, like a 2002 like album cover. Yes, it was like, and that's kind of always been his style. So he was just like over the moon. I was like, I don't want baggy jeans or like these little square glasses, but everyone's into it, and it hasn't made its way to Dallas yet, but it will.
Oh my gosh, girls. Okay, so this is what's really hot right now that I'm loving, okay? Back in the day, like when I was in college, early 2000s, everybody wore like these lace, it's a very, I would say early 2000s, like lace camis. I think the rug, not for me because I'm too old, but I think those like little rugby, like striped long sleeve shirts are so cute. The like lingerie chic going out, like the
Very Gossip Girl.
a very Gossip Girl. I kind of love it because it's everything that in my most fabulous years. But I'm too old for a lot of it. But I love it. Like suede. I love suede. I bought some the cutest stuff this year. Like usually I'll like return half of it. This time I'm like, wait, I'm going to keep like 90% because it's all things that I love. But yeah, it's all, if you want to know what to wear this year, it's all like, think Mean Girls, like watch Mean Girls.
Yeah.
It's like, that is what's in.
It's like Y2K revival.
I love it. I love everything about it. It's so cool.
Okay, have you caught up on Salt Lake City?
No, I'm not going to watch. I mean, I love you, Trey. I just don't. Okay.
Well, I'll keep you up.
Okay, keep me updated because here's the deal. I know people, a lot of people that follow us are because of Housewives, but it like really is an unhealthy trigger
like a trauma
for me.
point for
There's
you?
some trauma with it. Yeah. Like I'm literally, Travis and I I'm going to be honest. Trey said, "Who's your couples therapist today?" And I said, "Listen, I'm going to give him to you because he's fabulous and he will change your life." But I also have this girl that I just started seeing individual therapy, and a lot of it's trauma related to the 5 years of if I'm being honest,
sure, yeah.
5 years of my life that I need to work through. So yeah.
So you're saying you wouldn't do it again?
No, I love you, Andy.
I know that
I
answer.
love. I'm like super grateful for my time with Bravo. That I'm in such a like probably the happiest place I've been
Without them?
honestly. Like I just feel like my life, my children, my marriage, like everything is so good. It's like almost like
Why would you mess it up to be on TV?
like holding my breath. It's too good right now. That I don't want to mess it up. Like I really don't even do social media as much anymore because I'm like I'm so happy with my life. I just I'm just like wait, I just don't want to. It's very protective. I'm very protective of it.
Well, so here's what's happening on Salt Lake. Bronwyn Newport is the best casting choice they've ever made. She is a top-tier housewife because she knows that self-depravity is a great way to get through a situation. She will make fun of herself. She has a lot of money, but she also has a lot of humility. And she will keep her foot on Lisa Barlow's neck.
You know Lisa Barlow's like, damn it.
Right, because I think she was Lisa's referral. So Bronwyn brought up, Lisa was coming after Bronwyn, and Bronwyn very, just like eloquently, brought up these lawsuits that are stacking up against Lisa.
Yeah.
So I've done a little research in these lawsuits, and if you listen to the Bravo Docket podcast, they did a really great deep dive into these lawsuits.
Oh, I want to know. Here's the deal. I do think if you're on these shows and you have this stuff going on and
you've
you're
got
a cast
skeletons
member,
in your closet, you're asking for it.
I mean, it's going to come out. You have to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of these lawsuits are for non-payment on debt obligations.
Okay, so with the bank or with
these
private
are
investors?
Private investors.
Okay.
So there's one guy in particular who said, they didn't have any sort of real contract. He gave them to the tune of like $400,000. But in the court documents that he submitted, there are text messages between this guy and Lisa. And Lisa is saying, hey, I don't want John to know about this money. But this guy ended up giving Lisa an American Express that he was paying, yes, because he thought the funds were being used for things that were not business related.
What is
right.
that? Wait. Why would you give somebody an American Express card?
His reasoning was so that he could keep better track of how she was spending the money he was loaning to them.
Okay.
But there's no agreement.
But you have to have whenever you do that, you have to have an agreement of first of all, when you loan money to people, even if it's 1% interest or super low interest, I think that you have to have that. I really think people should have some skin in the game.
Oh, of course, but there's not. That's the problem. It's an oral agreement, and in Utah, you can enforce an oral agreement for up to 4 years, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And he filed this right after that. So her argument, and the reason these keep getting tossed out, is because somehow she's finagling her way into these oral contracts, but there's no paper trail, so they're all getting dismissed. So she's not disputing.
She saying?
She's not disputing that the money was given to her. What she's saying on the show is the lawsuits are thrown out. There's nothing here, so there's nothing to talk about. Let's move on. They're getting dismissed, but they're getting dismissed because there's not proper paperwork.
There's a technicality.
But you're not saying you didn't spend the money. And there's four different loans. Each of them were around $400,000.
From the same guy?
No.
Wait, okay.
I think they're from different people.
Okay.
But this guy was a family friend of 20 years. So he felt like he knew them very well, felt like he was going to get this money back. She's saying, I don't owe him anything because I'm not behind on payments. There's no payment due.
Okay, Lisa girl, I don't know you. I've never met you. But I think if you owe somebody money.
Right, of course. Especially
pay them back.
If you're making good money.
Even if you're paying them back a few $1,000s a month. I'm such I just think it's bad freaking karma, first of all. But also, that's a bad freaking friend. Somebody loaned you money, $400,000. That's not a lot of money. That's not a little money. That's a lot of money. And you had an agreement to pay them back, and they helped you out in your time of need, then you have an obligation to them to do the right thing and pay them back, regardless if the court says you have to or not. That's my opinion. I don't like when people do that. That's so shitty.
So, I was thinking.
And that's only if what.
Yeah. If all this is
true. Yes. But if it's true, she should pay him back.
Yeah. But Bronwyn's hey, in the message, this is actually really funny. She's in the messages, you said that you don't want John to know about the money. So, and Lisa said something about, Bronwyn made a joke, or she said something. She was like, well, you suck your husband's dick whenever your Amex bill shows up. And she was like, well, at least it's my husband's money I'm spending.
Also, you should do
I was
stuff
I don't
that
see what's wrong with that.
For your husband, it's not a bad deal.
Right?
Yes.
So, it's weird that John didn't know about the loan. But then I was thinking, what would I do if I was Lisa Barlow and I needed to get rid of these lawsuits and I needed to make some money to pay them back? I would probably really focus on Vita Tequila because that's what she's been pushing for years on the show, right? So I would think first, where are my customers that I could sell Vita Tequila to? My audience is girls and gays, so I would probably go on a gay bar tour around the country and say, hey, I will do an appearance here. And there are all sorts of legal stipulations around this, but if you have a liquor distributor that you're partnered with, they can have bars make after they purchase 20 cases, as a marketing incentive, Lisa Barlow will show up and do an appearance at your bar because you've now bought 20 cases of Vita Tequila.
Yeah.
Right? So then I went on our liquor. I own a bar. I went on our liquor ordering system, and it's basically like what we use is like an Amazon for liquor. And so all these big liquor distributors, you can't sell liquor directly to a bar. You have to go through a distributor for legal purposes. So we have connections with all these distributors where we can order our product. And I went on there and I looked up Vita Tequila. I cannot order Vita Tequila. That's a problem. So we have a distribution issue. And then I posted a TikTok about it. And I was like, here's what I would do if I was Lisa Barlow. And all these people are like, I can't find Vita Tequila either.
Weird.
So I don't think Vita Tequila is as big of a brand as she's trying to make it seem. I know it's not huge in Utah. It's in a few restaurants, but Utah is, for the most part, a very dry state. So I just find it very odd. So then people start questioning whether she is using Vita Tequila to launder money. If you have taken 3 or 4 loans to $400,000, you're $1.2 million in debt.
What's going on with the other loans?
They're all for Vita Tequila.
But I know, but what's the judge saying?
They've all gotten tossed.
What? So she's like just... I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
And if I was this friend of 20 years...
why are they getting... they're all getting tossed because it's been too long? Or they're all...
Part of it's because they've been too long. Part of it's because there's no enforceable agreement. And an agreement is not enforceable if there was never a payment made. If she made one payment to you and then stopped paying, then it could be a stop payment lawsuit. But it's not. She's never made a single payment.
What?
But if I was this friend, I'd be pretty pissed that you were showing up to every scene wearing a Schiaparelli dress.
Yeah.
But you can't repay me what you owe me.
Insane.
For your tequila company that's not even connected to distributors nationally.
I really did not watch Salt Lake. Was she like was she super flashy?
Yes.
Okay.
But she's, especially this year, she has this last week, she had to sit down with Heather, and I think this is also just where she's going entirely wrong, and this is where Bronwyn's going entirely right, is she sat down with Heather and she said, we do not live the same life. I do big things, you don't. I don't live the same life as you all. I have a lot going on. So you're telling me that you got this big old swinging dick, but then you got these lawsuits over here, girlfriend, and I can't even buy your product anywhere in Texas that I can find conveniently.
That's so crazy.
Doesn't it seem odd? So I think that she's trying to look like she's this big shot, but I can't even buy your stuff.
I don't know. I just don't like, I mean, unless people, I just can't imagine somebody being like, I mean, I have some great friends who do very well. I know none of them would be like, here's $400,000, much less $4. You know, just don't worry about paying me back. It's so strange. It's so strange, but also it's kind of like bad business on these people's end as well. Like you always have paperwork.
Yeah.
Always have paperwork. Like,
but you know, okay, so I know someone that lives in Utah, and his family they have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, from my understanding, just like different laws of the land over there because they're all tied into church. There's a little more of an honor system involved to maybe where, of course, there should be a contract.
Yes.
But I think because of like the church ties and all that stuff, maybe there's a little more trust there to where that's not as, because he wasn't as shocked that there wasn't a contract. And he was like, my family's loaned out money without like a contract before. Like, it's just, you're going to pay someone back.
Who said that?
My friend's family has loaned out money to people before without a contract. And
it's $400,000? Because I could
a lot of money.
Wow. I could see if it was family.
Right. And based on what I've found about this guy is he was treated like family.
I don't know. There's not like
I
mean, I have some close friends. I really don't like to mix.
No, I think everything should be black
with,
and white
like,
and no gray area.
I don't love to loan money out to people, especially family members. It's super awkward. But to anybody, I just think it really changes the dynamic of a relationship. So I'm not big into loaning money. Like if I have somebody who's like on their last leg and really, really needs it, I will. But at that point, I'm like, if you are struggling to pay your bills, there's no way you're paying me back. So at that point,
it's a gift.
It's a gift. Like,
yeah, people get funny when it comes to money.
Yeah, like I have this thing I live by, which is if you can't live without it and it's going to ruin your relationship, it's not worth it. So I always just if I give money, I just give it, and I've never had somebody ask me for a whole lot of money. But I also go in fine if it doesn't get paid back, because emotionally, mentally, I don't want it to affect that relationship.
You have to go into it thinking you're not going to get paid back.
Yeah, because I think it can really destroy relationships, because then you feel used. It's just awkward. So that surprises me that 4 people would fall for.
Yeah.
$400,000 is not a lot, not a little bit of money.
So it's very interesting.
That's crazy.
I just find it especially odd that she's not connected to distributors nationally with Vida Tequila with that much money being infused into the business. And also, I know someone that we did an event a few weeks ago at Pinky's, and this group had their own white labeled vodka that they had in like 4 different distributors around us. So I know it's not hard to do.
Travis had a drink company at one point. Now, it was not alcohol, but it's expensive. I mean, it really is. Like, it's
expensive. It's very expensive to be in the beverage, especially in the liquor industry, because you have big players that do not like you think Casamigos, once you've taken their shelf space? Nope.
No, and you have to pay for your shelf space. Like, it's not just given. You want premier shelf space. Like, it's paid for.
Yeah, but I think she has a unique marketing ability being on this show and having this audience captivated to where she could.
See, I disagree.
But she could get her product into bars. Are they going to restock it? I don't know, but she could get her product into places.
Yeah. See, I think Bethany was such a more like an entrepreneur, and it was early on, and people just really
she
was
pioneered
a chef.
that.
People kind of trusted her. I think the problem is and kind of one of the reasons I would never even think about doing a product is because there's so many great things in the world, right? And they don't need somebody doesn't need me trying to hawk stuff because I'm on a TV show. But also, I feel like I did much better collecting a paycheck and putting that money in things that will make me money than spending it trying to, sell things to the people watching our show. Yeah. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
The difference with Bethany, though, was she went to the stores and she was selling her product.
Yeah, but she's a hustler. You have to be that kind of person.
The difference with Lisa Barlow is she's sitting there saying that she does big things and no one else does, and she can't be bothered. She has this very arrogant persona, which doesn't translate well to an audience that you want to buy your product.
It's interesting. But, I don't know. I did not watch it, so this is just me saying, but from what the facts are that you gave me, don't lend money to friends, especially $400,000. And if you do take money from a friend, pay them back. Yeah. Even if it takes you 20 years, do a payment plan, pay them back. Karma is real. It comes back. I really think karma comes back. God, it'll all work out.
Okay, but how would Travis feel if he found out that you had an Amex that some other man was paying for?
If I had an Amex some other man was paying for, first of all, Travis would be, he would not be happy if I was making decisions like that and borrowing money from people.
Oh gosh, no.
Without, he would,
but what if a man gave you an Amex and he was just paying the bill?
There's no freaking way. I mean, that's just not who I am either.
But
I would never.
That's kind of what's happening here. If you break it down.
No, that's crazy.
I think so too, yeah.
That's crazy, which is why she probably didn't want him to know, because Travis would be like, what the F is going on with you? Why would you do this?
Yeah.
No. Also, I have my husband's Amex bill. I do not need another man's. I'm good. And I make my own money. I do not need a sugar daddy. Or somebody to give me $400,000 on their Amex bill. It's crazy.
Well, that's the tea.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Hollman on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart. You can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast. You can watch us on YouTube at Weekly Dose of BS. Bye.
Yay Media Group.